Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video, so we're going to talk about something boring. We're going to talk about Twitter. We're going to talk about Space Daddy. We're going to talk about Threads. That is Meta slash Facebook's slash Instagram's answer to Twitter. Everybody's clamoring for a Twitter replacement because they don't like Space Daddy. They don't like Space Daddy very much, but apparently Threads is not going to be it, at least not yet. So we're going to talk about it. Got to give a hat tip to Mike Phelan, who put this up on clownfishtv.com. I haven't been paying attention. I haven't been paying attention to the Threads slash Twitter drama, but I know a lot of people were very, very angry when it turned out that Space Daddy did indeed buy Twitter, that he could buy Twitter. I remember people telling me there's no way Elon Musk can do it. He can't do it. I'm like, bitch, he is the richest man in the world. His net worth is way higher than what the asking price is. He can absolutely do it if he wanted to do it. He can get the money from someplace. When you're the richest man in the world, you can buy whatever the fuck you want. And for some reason, he wanted the dumpster fire known as Twitter. And yeah, whether or not he's improved it, that's a whole nother issue. But the fact of the matter is a lot of people left. They wanted to go someplace else. They wanted to go someplace else where they could control the narrative, because they don't like that Elon Musk lets some wrong thinkers back on the platform, or that he won't just ban you for any infraction anymore, that you actually have to go through a process. It's a little harder to get banned on Twitter now. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Again, go out to clownfishtv.com for more objective pop culture news. We got some tech stories out there. It's come from Mike Phelan, who got from PC Mag. And he said that the traffic is dropping. The traffic is dropping. PC Mag reported that web traffic to the Threads Android app dropped more than 50%. However, we're unsure how accurate the numbers are from SimilarWeb. Based on SimilarWeb numbers, the Android user base shrank from 49 million to under 24 million over a week. Here are the blog's key takeaways from the data. On the best day, July 7th, Threads had more than 49 million daily active users on Android worldwide, according to SimilarWeb. It's about 45% of the usage of Twitter, which had more than 109 million active Android users that day. By Friday, July 14th, Threads was down to 23.6 million active users, or 22% of Twitter's audience. Usage in the US, which saw the most activity, peaked at about 21 minutes of engagement with the app on July 7th. By July 14th, that was down to 6 minutes. In the first 2 full days that Threads was generally available, Thursday and Friday, web traffic to twitter.com was down 5% compared with the same days of the previous week. Although traffic bounced back for the most recent 7 days of data, it's still down 11% year over year. That's true. On the days of peak interest in Threads, Twitter's daily active users on Android worldwide were virtually unchanged, but time spent was down 4.3%. Users were off trying Threads, possibly. Even with that drop, however, the average total time spent on Twitter was 25 minutes. So 25 minutes is a lot more than 6 minutes. So yeah, this is kind of a problem. Like, a lot of people tried it. I think a lot of people are looking for a Twitter competitor. And this is why I said when he bought Twitter, and the reason everybody's freaking out. One, Twitter had become a critical node in the way that properly vetted information had been disseminated. Twitter was ground zero for digital publishing, digital journalism, for celebrities, for, basically Twitter was a very large megaphone that people were given, and they would scream into the megaphone, and then other accounts would retweet them, and then they would publish articles around these tweets, and they would give the false impression, I believe, that there were more people on Twitter agreeing with the opinions of journalists or influencers or just random crazies than there actually was. So companies kind of chased Twitter clout, and the whole thing was fake. I mean, we saw with the Twitter files. It was fake. It was manipulated. And it's so weird because you would ask a person on the street, like, hey, what's your Twitter handle? And they'd be like, Twitter? I don't use Twitter. Who the fuck uses Twitter? I'm not on Twitter. And so then when that ecosystem got destroyed, got wrecked by Elon Musk, people flipped the hell out because they couldn't control it. We had publications saying, we're never going to use Twitter again. And then like a week later, like, okay, we're going to come back to Twitter, I guess. And then but we're not going to buy a gold check. Then it's like, oh, nobody's seen your articles. Well, I guess we're going to have to buy a gold check then, but we don't like it. We don't like giving Elon money, but what are we going to do? What are we going to do? So then as soon as, Threads or Mastodon or whatever came along and offered an alternative, these people were all about it. But there are some major problems with Threads. It doesn't have the features that Twitter has, and it's a Facebook product. It's a Meta product. So it mines your data. Facebook is notorious for mining your data. Facebook is all about mining data so it can market to you, because Facebook's business is advertising. And I've done some weird stuff. We got some other businesses that are completely unrelated to what we do here on YouTube. And I've had it with Facebook advertising. We had issues with them before too. They like banned my wife for no reason because of something she said, because some rando popped up in the DMs and she told them off, and then the idiot reported her, and then she wasn't able to be an admin on some of her pages. It's ridiculous shit, right? Ridiculous shit. I don't think that's the case anymore, because now I think they'll take anybody's money. But I've noticed some weird stuff with Facebook ads and the targeting, and it just feels like you're just burning money at this point. I think this is a company that is desperate. They are absolutely desperate, and I don't know. So they're gonna do what they got to do, right? And it's part of Instagram. And apparently, if you link Threads to, and I haven't done it, I don't even use Instagram that much, but apparently, if you link Threads to Instagram, you can't walk that back. It's like the only way to get rid of your Threads is to just burn your Instagram down too. But there are other decentralized platforms that are coming. Even Wired's like, don't join Threads, make it join you. You can hold the company to that if you don't sign up. That they're working on decentralized platforms. I think Nostr is one of those platforms. But a lot of people are just not impressed. They want to go back. They want to roll the clock back to old Twitter. And by rolling the clock back to old Twitter, they want to roll the clock back to when one point of view dominated the platform and any dissent was smacked down hard. And they used to, manipulate the system. And we had lots of bot accounts and all of that, and Musk is working to get rid of it. Now, is it perfect? Hell no. Hell no. Twitter is far from perfect, and it does break. I will give people that. It breaks often as they roll out new features, and it is definitely pay to play at this point. Like, if you don't have a blue check, begrudgingly, like if you don't have it, eventually you're not going to get seen at all, I think. If you want, I think you'll be able to use the freebie version of it to some capacity, like you'll be on the platform, but you're not going to get seen, especially if you're using it to network, unless you pay for your blue check. But the thing is that the way the internet is going now, I think we're going back to a pay to play model. And it's not much different than message boards were back in the day, where a lot of times they would charge, $5 or $10 a month for a membership to keep the lights on, to run the servers, So, I mean, it just is what it is. People have been used to completely free internet services for years because of venture capital and corporations propping all this stuff up, and it's all ending. So even if there are decentralized options, you're probably still going to have to pay something. You're going to have to pay something. If you're not paying something, then you become the commodity. They're going to market to you. So if you want an ad-free experience, just like everything else, you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay to unlock that ad-free experience. But yeah, even BGR pointed out Threads has lost half of its daily active users a week after launch. Spam attacks have picked up. We're going to get tighter on things like rate. Oh, that's interesting. Rate limits, which is going to mean more unintentionally limited active people, false positives. If you get caught in those protections, let us know. I remember when that was, Elon was doing that just to force people to pay for Twitter, supposedly. Threads certainly commands the title of the most successful launch of a social media app we've ever seen, according to BGR. Now has to maintain that growth over time while competing with what will be a fierce competitor. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if they're going to make it. I think I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think there's going to be a clear winner. I think what's going to happen is Twitter's user base is going to go down because it's not the Twitter that the Tumblr crowd wanted. So naturally, they're going to filter people out because a lot of people that were on there might not have been real. They're going to filter people out because of the content that's being allowed on there. They're going to filter people out because of the price point. And then they're going to go the alternatives. But I don't think you're ever going to have like one 800-pound gorilla again. I think you're going to see Twitter shrink a little bit, and you're going to have a bunch of other competitors pop up, and they're going to split the leftovers. You know, and I mean, Facebook has the best chance because of its size. But to me, at this point, with Facebook being Facebook, it'd be kind of like if MySpace said they were going to do, make a Twitter competitor, like, hey guys, MySpace is back. My tweets or whatever. It'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, grandma might use it. Whatever. I mean, Facebook can't even get Facebook right. What the hell makes you think they can build something new from the ground up? It's not going to work. Well, if it is new, because they claim that they were supposedly stealing Elon's people or his former people to build this thing. But yeah, there we go, guys. It's down to half of its usage in just a couple of weeks, and I don't know how it's going to play out. It is a brave new world for sure. We're going to have a very different social media landscape in another year or two. It's amazing how quickly everything has changed, and all it took was the money running out, the venture capital running out. I'm going to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.